Hey everybody, welcome to Frugal Facts. Today we're going to go over the top 10 zero waste tips that will save you money. Make sure to watch until number 1 because it's one of the most amazing tips I've ever seen. Make sure to subscribe to the channel so we can help you with savings tips regularly. Now let's get straight to the video. Imagine crumpling a dollar bill up and throwing it in the bin. Crazy, right? That's how not practicing zero waste feels like paying money for wasting. Zero waste describes a lifestyle where people produce little to zero waste thrown in landfills or incinerators. Switching to zero waste can not only save our planet, but also can save money from your wallet. Okay, you may believe us when we said that reducing waste can save the planet. But how can a zero waste lifestyle save money? Well, luckily, that's what this video is all about. Here are some of the ways how zero waste lifestyle can save you money. Number 10. Swap disposable bottles for a reusable one. Plastic is really helpful in many different ways, so useful that we use it almost every day of our life. Plastic is in a lot of things, from food wrap to bottles and furniture to fashion. Okay, so plastic doesn't sound that bad because it has so many uses in our daily lives. But what happens if it's no longer useful? It gets thrown away, causing a big problem on our planet. The problem with disposable plastics is that most of them are not biodegradable. Unlike paper and food waste, plastics are not easily decomposed, which means it stays in our environment longer than a generation of a human gets to live. So, if we die and the children of our children die, the plastic is still here. There are 400 million tons of plastics produced annually, and 40% of that are single-use plastics, or plastics that only get used once before it gets thrown away. Single-use plastics are your plastic grocery bags, food wraps, and drink bottles. According to research, humans buy about 1 million plastic bottles per minute. Americans purchase about 50 billion water bottles per year, and that's an average of 13 bottles per person each month. If a single water bottle costs you an average of $1.50, you're spending roughly $20 a month on water alone. That's too much for water when it could be free. Going zero waste and buying your reusable bottle can save you approximately $250 per year. You just save yourself money and also help save the planet. That's definitely a win-win. Number 9. Swap paper towels for reusable cloths. Paper waste accounts for about 26% of total waste at landfills. According to statistics, the global consumption of toilet paper and paper towels is roughly 42 million tons. If we laid out all those paper towels, it's the same as 50,000 times the circumference of planet Earth. In fact, as you watch this video, 285 tons of paper have gone into production. Each year, Americans use approximately 13 billion pounds of paper towels, and that's the equivalent to about 80 rolls of paper towels per person per year. If we estimate the cost of a roll of paper towels costs you $1.50, a single person is spending $120 on paper towels. Thus, going zero waste by buying reusable cloth towels can save us more money in the coming years. Number 8. Bike or walk instead of paying for a taxi or driving your car. Millions of people go to school or work every day using public transportation, buses, or their own private car. Sure, having your own car and driving it around the streets is pretty awesome, but if we talk about practicality, using your car is costing you more money, and it also affects our environment with all the carbon monoxide it produces. If you own a car, you may already know the expenses that can be accumulated by just owning and using a car. That includes gas, parking fees, car maintenance, and car insurance. Just having a car can really increase the amount of money spent. But we can do something about your costs and carbon footprint. Choose to walk or ride a bike. Ditching your car and choosing to ride a bike or walk can save you about $2,000 a year. Wow, that's a lot of money. Living the frugal life by having zero waste, not so bad, right? All right, calling all you women, this next tip is for you. Number 7. Consider switching from tampons to menstrual cups. If you haven't heard of the menstrual cup, this is probably the best time for you to take down some notes. A menstrual cup is your key to saving money and significantly reducing your waste. Menstrual cups are small, flexible, reusable cups that are designed to help women in their period. These are popular to eco-friendly and zero-waste movements because it reduces plastic use and overall waste for using sanitary napkins and tampons. According to research, the average woman uses about 240 tampons per year, which is equivalent to $120 spent on tampons per year. Not to mention spending money for your menstrual cramp medicine can cost about $20 a year. Shifting to a menstrual cup can save you about $100 annually, and it also lessens the cramps and toxin exposure compared to tampons or pads. With all the benefits in environmental sustainability and health, trying a menstrual cup is definitely worth it. Number 6. Dump your single-serve coffee brewers for a conventional coffee pot. Single-serve coffee brewers have recently come into fame because of how simple and easy they are to use. Single-serve coffee brewers cost a lot, but the cost of buying the capsules needed to make coffee in them can make them more expensive than they already are. Not only that, but these capsules also account for an enormous amount of non-recyclable and non-disposable waste. So honestly, using a regular coffee maker such as a French press or a percolator or any coffee maker will make you a better cup of coffee and it will save you money. Number 5. Bring your own containers and cutlery for your takeout. Takeouts use a lot of single-use plastics. This has been one of the main reasons for the increase in plastic production. In today's time, many restaurants and food chains are already replacing their single-use packaging with an eco-friendlier one. They now use paper boxes, paper cups, and paper bags for your takeout. Now, you may think that your disposable coffee cup is not as bad as plastic because it's made of paper. Well, you're wrong, because using paper cups doesn't make it any better. Some coffee cups have a waterproof plastic lining inside them, making them harder to recycle than even disposable plastic bottles. So instead of accepting those eco-friendly containers for your takeout, buy reusable containers and cutlery. In fact, restaurants and other food chains give you discounts as a reward for bringing your own stuff. Take Starbucks, for example. If you bring your own Starbucks cup, they'll give you a 50-cent discount. Statistics say that loyal customers go to the store at an approximate rate of 16 times a month. If they bring their own cups, they're saving about $100 a year. Bringing your own container and cutlery can be a hassle, yes, we feel you, but a little sacrifice to help save the environment and, not to forget, to save you money. But if you really find it hard to bring those containers, you can always do the next tip. Number 4. Cook your own food instead of eating out. Eating out can cost you more than a little extra, not to mention the fare or delivery fees that you have to pay too. Cooking food at home is a great way to save money and reduce single-use plastics. In a study where they compare the cost of food cooked in restaurants to foods cooked at home, they found out that on average, cooking at home is cheaper by 5 times more than ordering food from a restaurant. People in many different states in America spend an average of $10 per person for every meal when dining out. Hey, let's not also ignore the fact that cooking your food can be safer and healthier if you choose healthier and cheaper ingredients. Cooking food at home may demand more time than ordering food from your favorite restaurant, but having a nutritious, safe, and delicious meal for as low as $4 per person is definitely worth it. Cheers to healthier, more sustainable, and more frugal living. Number 3. Consider buying thrift clothes. Vintage seems to be trendy right now, man, and we're all here for it. But buying new clothes with a vintage style doesn't really make sense. Or is it just us? People are willing to buy a new shirt with a vintage style for tens of bucks more when you can get the same shirt for half the price in a thrift shop. There are a lot of thrift shops where you can buy fashionable clothes at a fraction of their price. But apart from being easy on the pocket, another benefit of purchasing secondhand clothes on sale is environmental sustainability. According to studies, the fashion industry is one of the most polluting ones in the world, with 10% of humanity's carbon emissions are from used clothes. Unfortunately, many people don't immediately think about secondhand dye to the misconceptions around such items. Thus, a lot of online shops offer reworked clothes where it's new but not so new because they're secondhand clothes styled differently. Also, some clothing companies offer deals where they give you discounts if you give them your old unwanted jeans. Now that's what I call real vintage fashion. Fashionable clothes at the lowest price sound pretty cool too. Number 2. Swap commercial toxic cleaners for homemade. According to research, American families spend around $50 a month on commercial cleaning supplies. Most of the commercial cleaners contain toxic chemicals that can be both harmful to your skin and the environment. But switching to homemade cleaners can be a great way to save money. They're basically just water and an addition of a few other basic household ingredients. Many contain vinegar or baking soda that's almost always available in your pantry. Let's take a homemade cleaner for example. A commercial window cleaner costs $3 to $4. But a homemade window cleaner with water, alcohol, and a little bit of dish soap can cost you only 50 cents. Now, how cheap is that? And also, very creative and environment-friendly, if we may add. Number 1. Grow your own vegetable garden. Having a vegetable garden at home can reduce the amount of money you spend on groceries. Growing your own vegetables is literally growing your own food, but it also can mean growing your own profit. This can help you save and make money in the foreseeable future. But starting a vegetable garden can be very tedious, so it's best if you start small before planning to get a bigger one. This can also solve the growing problem of food waste. America wastes roughly 40% of its food, costing them approximately $218 billion a year. The largest portion of all food waste comes from households, with approximately 76 billion pounds of food per year. According to a survey, the major contributing factors for household food waste are food spoilage, over-preparing, and overbuying. So, growing your own vegetable garden can help in reducing these major contributing factors that happen in households and saving a lot of your grocery budget over time as well. You can help reduce climate change, conserve energy, and save money all in one. All you need to do is try to make your way zero waste. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss more videos of saving tips and much more. Check out this playlist of my top 10 videos of saving money tips, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.